It's designed to repel water, snow, and ice. Get yours today only at Walmart. So the Cowboys released a hype video to get fans ready for the 2021 season. One important player was pretty noticeably absent from said video. Dak Prescott, who is still not signed a long-term deal with the team, was not featured at any point in this video, which fans and media took notice of, obviously. Cowboys Director of Media and Programming, Derek Eagleton, said it was a simple mistake. He tweeted, "This was a simple oversight that should have been caught and corrected by us. Anyone who's making it seem like the Cowboys decision makers use social media videos to make statements doesn't understand or take the time to understand how it all works. Trust me, there's no story here." Look, perhaps this was just a simple oversight, as he stated. Perhaps. Perhaps it was not so simple, and someone said, don't put Dak in any of the preseason hype videos. We won't know, because how would we ever really get the truth on that? Because if anyone did, in fact, tell them don't put Dak in it, if that got out, those persons would most assuredly be fired. Here's the thing. It's the Dallas Cowboys. If you're the Dallas Cowboys, if you're the Green Bay Packers, if you're the New England Patriots, if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, if you are an organization that we pay an incessant amount of time and attention to, whether you're good or bad, now the Patriots may drift off into the distance in a few years, who knows? But right now, we certainly do. These little slight things matter. So while it may have been a simple oversight, you have to understand the gravity of not putting Dak Prescott in a preseason hype video. Whether you think it's silly and nobody understands the process, which I can assure you people in the media absolutely understand the process of putting together these videos and what these all mean and how this all plays a role in everything that we do. So maybe you could be talking specifically to fans, because I hope he's not scolding the media on what this means. This matters. Like, maybe it was an oversight, but it does matter.
So here's, I think, the lesson companies can learn from this. And this is where I'll be a what do you call that? A corporate person? Someone that's good for the, I can't think, a company man. A company man. That's the word. Thank you, Joy. I don't speak for a living or anything, but it's honest. One of the things this network does brilliantly and really well, I feel, is they understand the importance of social media producers. They understand that for your company's brand, what you put on the internet is going to be how so many people interact with you. So whether it's Lori Reyes on our show or Angelina Matarazzi, who used to be on First Things First and now is out there in LA, those are great professionals that know what they're doing. I'm not saying the Cowboys don't have that person, by the way. The Cowboys person might be excellent. But all of a sudden, if you don't prioritize that position and have that position be someone that really is buttoned up, you can put the wrong stuff out there. And you can get yourself in a whole hell of a lot of trouble. And so I'm not saying the Cowboys person's the wrong person. I'm just saying they're either the wrong person or it's the right person who just made a mistake. Or option C, which is the one you're alluding to, this is like a mind game they're playing with Dak. They're like, oh, Dak, you're not in our hype video. We're getting hype without you. Look at these Andy Dalton highlights. That one's tough for me to believe, but maybe that's what it is. I don't believe that's what happened. But to your point, they have not prioritized Dak, and they did not sign him to a long-term deal. Not that they didn't offer him a deal, but they didn't get this done. So, and they had plenty of time to do that, and that sprinkles down. Like, how you're treated at the top sprinkles down to everyone else. Like, I'm not saying they don't respect him, but this is something. It's not everything. I'm just saying it's something. So the Buccaneers will have... Something or nothing, it's something.
It's something, yes. The Buccaneers will have their work cut out for them to bring back most of their Super Bowl team when free agency begins. Bruce Arians is confident that it will happen, and he is thanking one of his stars who's already willing to take less money. He said Mike Evans is the most unselfish superstar I've ever met. He's told us to use some of his money if we need to do contracts to keep the team together. They have quite a list of notable free agents: Chris Godwin, Shaq Barrett, Antonio Brown, Gronk, Levante David, and Ndamukong Suh, and Leonard Fournette, all of whom played a significant role in the success that they had this season and in the postseason. Mike Evans has 3 years remaining on his 5-year, $82.5 million contract extension he signed in 2018. He has a cap hit of $16 million in each of the next 3 seasons, and he's already restructured his contract twice since initially signing his extension. Which is pretty remarkable that he's offering that.
It is remarkable. I hope he actually, that wasn't just like in the champagne celebration that he said it. Like, oh, you give him some of my money. And now Bruce Arians like, no takebacks, no givebacks. You said it. But I think, Joy, you saw something, I think, similar. I think sometimes winning breeds jealousy and I need mine. Sometimes it goes the other way, where guys are like, man, especially guys who have made a lot of money. I'm rich already. I'm going to die with money left over. Like, this was so gratifying and so much fun. And I think you saw it with the Chiefs some last year. Like, Mahomes got the $500 million and oddly left money on the table because of how it's structured. Then Travis Kelce signed an under-market extension. Like, I think you saw some of, guys, let's try to run this back. And if that does happen with Tampa, that's the best thing that can possibly happen for him. And I do think there is something of a Brady effect there, because Brady did, not at every point of his career, but the majority of contracts in his career, he took under market value, and he kind of sets the precedent for his teammates in that regard.
Yeah, when you do a good amount of winning, it's easier to leave money on the table. When you're seeing some of the benefits of outside money that comes in from winning, it's easier to leave money on the table. I don't count other people's pockets, and I'm not paying these contracts. So to me, I'm like, make as much money as you can, and if you want to leave money on the table, great. If you don't, perfectly fine with that as well, because this is what these guys do for a living.
Of course.
I also do not like using Brady as the standard for someone leaving money on the table. Mike Evans did not make Tom Brady money. Tom Brady is also married to the most successful supermodel in the world, who is worth, I don't have it in front of me, but like $300 million.
$500 million.
Yeah, everyone dismisses that as if it's nothing.
Good amount.
It's not nothing at all. It's very, very significant. It's much easier to leave $20 million on the table when your wife and partner is worth $300 to $400 million. That's just like, we all know how to have a somewhat grasp of math and marriage. Like, that doesn't matter. So I don't like holding everyone to that standard. I do think that this is cool when guys do that, but I also don't like saying it's like incredibly unselfish, because then it kind of paints guys who get their money as being selfish, and that's just not true.
Right, as bad, and it also should not act. It's not expected.
Right.
If anyone does it, that's their own choice and good for them. But there is no expectation. If you're say, I want to make as much money as possible, God bless you. More power to you.
Exactly. So LaMelo Ball, I'm a fan, had an incredible performance last night in the Hornets' 119-94 win over the Rockets. He scored 24 points with 7 rebounds and 10 assists, but he also made a career-high 7 3-point shots, which makes him the youngest player ever to make 7 3-pointers in a single game. I was very excited to see how he would play in his rookie season and how he would look in the NBA. He has struggled a little bit in the mid-range. He was 0 for 6 for attempts inside the arc this game, and he's been up and down in that space overall. He's hitting 54.5% of his shots in the restricted area. So he's still working on his mid-range game, which obviously he's a rookie. He's working on a lot of things. But if he continues trending in this direction as establishing himself as a long-range shooter, it's going to open up what is his incredible ability to pass, which makes him an invaluable weapon to them.
His best ability.
Yes. So I love that he is emerging as a shooter.
And if he stays healthy, he's going to win Rookie of the Year without any shadow of a doubt. And I do think there will, now Weissman's been very good, but I do think people we'll see how it plays out. Steph, Clay, and Melo could have been a very interesting trio. Now maybe Weissman, when he's missed the last couple weeks with a wrist sprain, I think. And so